welcome to another Online Business Realm video. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and click the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything we have going on at the channel. So today we're going to be continuing our Web Wednesday series where we are walking you through the entire way of building a website from start to finish. So we've already bought the domain name, we have now purchased our hosting package, and now it is time for us to set up our hosting. So as you see here, I've already logged into my HostGator cPanel. This is called a cPanel. This is within your hosting. There's a lot of things you can control in here. And what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you just a quick rundown of everything that is in the cPanel that you will probably need. And then we're going to show you how to point your domain from GoDaddy to HostGator for your name servers. So really, on this entire list of things, there are very few things that you need to worry about. So, website builder, we're not going to be using that. Build a new WordPress site, that's just a way for HostGator to try to charge you more money. The things that we're going to be looking at today, the file manager is very important. If you want to go into the back end of your website and edit code, you can use something called FTP, and you can use a software such as FileZilla is a popular one, but I prefer just go into the cPanel, go directly to the file manager, and log in and do it that way. You may not need to do any coding. That may be above you, and for our purposes in building websites, it's not something that we're really going to focus on because I like to teach people how to build websites without doing any coding because it really just isn't necessary if you have the right theme. Email accounts, we're going to have that through GoDaddy. Here you can control your FTP account, like I mentioned, if you're using a third-party software to do your coding. These are subdomains. A subdomain is a part of your website that is blocked off from other parts of it. It's admin.yourwebsite.com or something like that. So add-on domains is really important since we have the baby package like we talked about last week. You can add multiple domains onto this hosting package. PHP, MySQL databases, those are things that you're not going to be probably fooling with if you're watching this video learning how to make a website. That's very advanced stuff. Advanced zone editor, this is going to be able to control all your records, your A records, your text records, certain kinds of records. If you've fooled around in GoDaddy before, you might have been able to see some different records in there that you might have had to change for your website. So here's special offers. We're going to ignore pretty much all of this. An SSL certificate might be something you want to look into to secure your website, especially for SEO purposes. Google's now gotten to where they don't like to promote websites that don't have those kinds of certificates. And then this is kind of basically the same thing we talked about. Nothing in there we really want to go over. Same thing here. Domains. This is where, like I mentioned, we're going to add on domains. These are subdomains as we talked about. Redirects. This is if you want to forward your website somewhere. So if you have two websites, like let's say you had mywebsite.com and website.com, and you wanted anyone who went to mywebsite.com to automatically forward to website.com, then that's how you would do that. That's how you can change your domain name if you want to. Like if you can't get the perfect domain name you want and then later it becomes available, you don't want to have to transfer your entire website to a new domain. It's easier to just buy the new domain and forward your website there. All right, down here with the mail, I don't ever suggest using webmail. I think it's horrible personally. I'm not a big fan of it, so I like to pretty much just use Google for all my email purposes. The one thing in here that you might want to pay attention to is the MX entry. Later on, we're going to be showing you guys how to use Google to have all of your email lined up with your domain, and this is where you would do that at. So nothing else really right there is important. I don't really ever do anything with metrics, security. These are probably not things you're going to want to worry about unless you're very advanced. Now here, this is really important. The quick install. That's where we're going to be installing WordPress. We're going to walk you through installing WordPress on the next video. And down here it's advanced. Once again, if you want to fool around with the advanced stuff, then this video is probably beneath you. So, and down here is just a little bit about user management, contact information, password, and security. So those are the biggies here that you'll be dealing with your hosting cPanel. Now, one thing we want to pay attention to over here are the name servers. These are very important. So as you can see right here, it says primary name server and secondary name server. They're almost always, if not always, going to be sequential. So mine is 6171 and 6172. So what we're going to do is we are just going to copy the first one. So we're going to highlight it. We're going to hit Command or Control C. And then we're going to go over here to our GoDaddy account. And to show you this, I've just pulled up all, some of the 14 domains that I own on this account. And we're just going to go to one of them. So we're going to go right here. We're going to hit Manage. The domain settings are going to pop up. Of course, they're going to try to sell me something, as all good websites do. And we're going to go down here and click Manage DNS. The first thing that's going to pop up on Manage DNS is name servers. Right now, I'm using custom name servers that go to an old hosting package I had. I don't use it anymore. I don't use this website anymore. But I'm going to show you how to do this. All you have to do is just click Change, and you want to make sure it's on Custom. Now, when you first go into your account, it's going to be on default. So it's on default right now, and this is probably what it's going to look like when you enter this page. So let me go ahead and refresh my page here. All right, so now we are going to go to Change, and we are going to hit Custom, and we are going to paste our first name server. Then we're going to paste it again, knowing it's sequential. We're just going to change that one to a 2. And we just hit Save. Now, as you see, sometimes it'll go through immediately, sometimes it won't. But, what it should look like is when we go to this domain, which this may not work because it's only been a second, but since I don't have anything installed for this website, then what it should look like is I would go here and paste that, and it would basically, instead of saying server not found, it would have a HostGator parked page that says this website is hosted by HostGator, but basically the long and short is there's no website to go along with it. So I wish I would go ahead and update so I could just show you guys, but sometimes it takes several hours before something like this will go through. So I hope that you guys learned something in this video. You learned how to set your name servers. That's going to forward our domain name to match our hosting package where our website is stored. So I hope that made sense. I hope I made a little bit of sense out of this cPanel for you. And you can kind of just, like I said, if you're new and you're learning how to build websites, you can ignore probably about 90% of everything on here. And I hope it's going to be able to help you to continue to develop a website. And as I mentioned, next week we're going to talk about installing WordPress and getting that set up. So really appreciate you guys watching this video. Don't forget to go ahead and click the subscribe button to stay up to date with all we have going on here at the channel. Until next time, get out there and make some money.